Okay, so I had 7 lifetimes, and all of these people are in my family in each one. However, there's one special family member I have within each. See, even though Brett and Ryan are both in my lifetime here, see, this is my 7th lifetime. This is my 1st. Once again, many, many stages with many parents in each of them, okay? We go through several stages before we get an absolute lock in a nature. Then once we have it, then that's the set of parents that remains. Okay, so we had many parents here, and then Randy and Kristen remained our parents, okay? We went through this with each of them. Okay, so Ryan is happy, Amanda's grumpy, John is sleepy, Anna Rebecca is sneezy, Joseph is Doc, Lisa is bashful, and Brett is dopey. Okay, I would like you to consider Happy Days. Okay, the television series called Happy Days. Richie Cunningham's father, Mr. C. Mr. Cunningham, Mr. C. Take a good look at him. He looks like a chubby Ryan. That's because he is Ryan. This is another lifestyle package that Ryan has. Okay? This is the truth. It's because Mr. C is happy. Ryan is happy. Okay? Would like to bring your attention to LaVern and Shirley. See, Brett, this is a female Brett. That's Shirley. This is Amanda. That's LaVern. Okay, Lenny is Lisa. And Ryan is Squiggy. So here we have Lisa and Ryan, Lenny and Squiggy. Right here we have Amanda and Brett. See, right here around this medallion. Okay? Okay, now when LaVern and Shirley debuted, this show was about homosexual couples. Then fluxes in time happened, and then they ended up just roommates and friends. But when this show, this television show, first debuted, these people went to the Jewish temple. Okay, after the flux in time, they became Roman Catholic. But before the flux in time, they went to the Jewish temple where there was a holy homosexual priesthood. We would go to the temple. Both heterosexuals and homosexuals would go be a part of the congregation, but the congregation was led by a homosexual priest. Okay? Just like in the tradition of the Catholic priesthood, there's a tradition of celibacy. Within this tradition, there was holy homosexuality. I'm going to explain more about this. Once the great chain reaction of Sodom and Gomorrah happened, many things fluxed and changed, and this priesthood was no longer anywhere. I'm going to talk more about that. Okay? But I would like you to consider on Happy Days the characters Leather Tuscadero. She would go like this with her hand. She would do this up with her hip and then point her index finger. Okay? Okay, do you remember Leather Tuscadero? She wasn't in every episode, but every now and then she would be in the show. And she would go like this on her hip. Okay? Leather Tuscadero. And then there was another character called Pinky, and she wore pink leather. Leather Tuscadero wore dark leather, and Pinky, another female character, would wear pink leather. These two women have to do with the index finger and the intertwining pinky finger. Leather, that has to do with the second token of the Melchizedek priesthood. Okay? That's what it's about. It's symbolism about this a very, very important thing that we have to consider with Ryan. So Squiggy symbolizes Ryan, and also Mr. C on Happy Days symbolizes Ryan. Okay? So these two have to do with the nails And these two have to do with the knuckle sandwiches. Okay? There are these grips involving knuckles and fingers intertwining and pointing and things. Okay, the index finger. Okay. Now, I look forward to talking more about this, and I'm going to put it on pause. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to briefly summarize something. In this lifetime, something happened, and Ryan did something that we were all happy with. Okay, there were circumstances. It was the beginning of the Archon. See, we had an eon, and then all our great family was cracked, and we had many wars and everything. Once the Archon began, I had 7 solving lifetimes, and this, once again, this is the 7th. In my first, in this stage, we developed something that we were all happy with. In this stage, the Archon all got seen into terminology. That's why her name is Grumpy. Okay, Ryan's name is Happy because there was something we were happy with here. And then in this stage, there was something that happened that we weren't happy with. All the population groups were seen into terminology, meaning we had to live with someone's oppressive terms, okay? An oppressive term here and there, or, you know, we didn't have that in this stage. See, we were kind of happy and then we were grumpy. Okay, their names have to do with what we went through in these stages. In this stage, this is Dopey, and Dopey is kind of a mute character. In this stage, for some reason, we don't talk about it so much. It's secret. That's why the Mormon temple is secret. Yeah, you can't go in there unless you have a, you know, you don't, a temple recommend, you know, and it's etc. And it reflects a don't talk about it. We just don't want to talk about it nature. It also reflects an apathetic nature. Apathy. Apathy means that you don't feel the pain. You just are numb to the pain. You just don't feel the pain. There's pain that we go through, and then we're kind of apathetic. Okay? Dope is a tranquil drug that, you know, what? It numbs the senses. See? And, you know, that's why we just don't talk about it, and we kind of have been going through a lot, and we're very kind of numb. We're very apathetic. Okay, so I wanted to just mention these symbolic things because they're important to just think about and meditate about and to consider.